I got my pizza and wings here. Hello.
Not
Pizza.
like you need it, but
That's great. That's great. Cool. Apartment 5H. I got my pizza and wings. I got pepperoni. Swine. You want some swine?
I don't usually eat pork, but I do eat pepperoni, so I will take it.
Okay. I hate you, great Rizzy in the building. I hate when people always say they don't eat like swine and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then
I don't usually, but
everybody don't usually eat. Listen,
I don't
y'all
usually,
both
but-
Hispanic. Y'all come up with, what is it, chuleta? That's what it's called, chuleta? That's what it is?
Yes, chuletas, pork chops.
Yeah,
red meat.
chuleta. Come on, kid.
That doesn't matter.
It does. Y'all whole family grew up on chuleta.
well, you know, it is Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm glad you acknowledge that in some way, shape, or form.
Shout
I
out to
appreciate
Tito
that.
Puentes and all
Yeah,
that,
I
God.
appreciate that, God. Thank you very
Mark
much.
Anthony, you know what I'm saying?
It gotta be more respectful than pork.
Pete Sanchez.
It does have to be more respectful than pork. She does have a point, man.
All right.
Pete Sanchez. Who the hell is Pete Sanchez, guy?
I don't know. I
You
figured
just making up names.
Got to be somebody named Pete Sanchez.
Oh,
Google
my
it.
God,
Stupid.
brother.
He's revolutionary.
In your mind. In your
sound like someone
mind.
Yeah,
No.
Pete Sanchez.
He's
He's a
revolutionary.
revolutionary.
Went ahead.
So, did y'all hear this Kanye West, Nicki Minaj, $5 song?
I'll let you go first, B.
Me?
Yeah. Well, you got okay. You
I
got,
just saw a new
you got
bite.
your slice.
So I don't
right
know.
there.
I don't know if this is a real record or not, but it just come off like not a real record.
It feels like a reference.
Yes, a reference. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like a reference record. Like, we just got the leak, though. There was a bunch of songs that got leaked. What was that? Jesus Part 2 or something like that? Well, Jesus is
What?
King Part 2.
Don't know.
There was a bunch of records
From
that
Kanye
were
West?
leaked. From Kanye West, yeah. It was supposed to be production with Kanye West and Dr. Dre. I feel like this is one of those leaked songs, but it was just hot enough to leap over a reference. You know, like people
about right.
probably taking it seriously. Even when you look at the video, it's artistic, but it, it's not Kanye, Ty Dolla $ign, nor Nicki Minaj. Although the lady in the video, if you look and you kind of blurry, it kind of does look like Nicki a little
If
bit,
you
but that ain't
squint a
her.
little bit, right?
So you
Squint a
think
little
it's
bit.
Nicki?
I absolutely not. I don't think it is. I don't
Nah,
think
that's
it's her.
absolutely Nicki.
You think that's her?
Yeah.
Maybe I need glasses. I don't
You think
it's
that was
her.
Nicki Minaj?
It looked a lot like her.
Well, let me.
squint.
Just then, I don't think it's her.
No, Kanye West didn't have a mask on, so it probably wasn't him neither.
But he had a mask on for the last 2 years, man. He walking around Italy
That is
with
true.
masked up like he Destro or
Why do you
something.
think celebrities wear masks?
I don't know. For him, I don't know why he do it.
But there's not a whole bunch of celebrities that are wearing masks. What is him? Vori.
I've seen
Marshmallow. Shout out to
Yeah,
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Drake as well. People wear masks. They go and
I mean, I guess it's a trend after the pandemic. Shiesty, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's true. Hold your head, Shiesty.
Shiesty, man.
Shiesty, what up, man? That's true. That's a good one. He
Nice.
went ahead and set a trend.
He sure did.
10, 15 years from now, we got to salute Pooh Shiesty, man. A lot of robberies going down because of the kid. Yeah.
Who's Shiesty, yeah. You got a chance to interview Jeezy recently too
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, he got a new book out. What is it?
about how to divorce.
No, it ain't
That was
about
a shot? That was a
Actually,
shot?
that
No,
wasn't
that's not a
shot.
shot,
son.
but did he talk about it?
I know.
No, when we had our chance to have a conversation, he still had his wedding ring on. So this was just before he made that announcement. He got a new book out, You Gotta Believe. No, Adversity for Sale, You Gotta Believe. So we was talking about the book. He was talking about family. He was happy with that and stuff. It's good to see him like that. I brought you up. So you was the one who first, I want to say, first started playing Jeezy around us in the car and stuff. This is before any of the real albums came out, early mixtape work and stuff. So
So
definitely
let me
shout
tell you
out.
the weird story, right? So I don't know what year this was. Well, good question of the year. It had to be early 2000, 2001, something like that. I get a phone call from a good friend of mine. I won't include names and certain things. So he was like, yo, these kids, they want you to come to Atlanta to listen to their music. It was before I was on radio. I wasn't on radio. The person who they wanted was DJ Enough. Enough turned them down. So they was like, all right, we'll get you, Self. Don't worry about it, like in replace. So it was me, Cool Kid, DJ Cool Kid, and I want to say his name is S1 now, but at the time his name was Snatch One. We go to Atlanta, and they put us in a hotel. This hotel was like one. At this time, I was used to staying in Holiday Inns and stuff like that. I don't know if you remember this kind of story at the time.
It
but
sound familiar.
So now I'm in a used to stay in the Holiday Inn, Red Roof Inns, you know what I'm saying, La Quintas, things like that. I don't know if you know these.
Still reputable places, man. You can get a lot done. You get a lot done in 3 hours over there.
Hello.
Not no Red Roof Inn.
Well, that went over your head, but he just said, "Don't worry about it." Though. All right. So anyway, so now I'm in the West End, right? So they give us all iPods, and at the time I didn't even have a computer. So keep in mind, I'm saying this is early 2000s. So we didn't really know what iPods was, what an MP3, anything was. So they give us an iPod, and I tell us come listen to music. So we're listening to a guy named Blue Da Vinci. Music was cool. Music was dope. After we finished listening to Blue Da Vinci's music, I meet a fat kid, very fat kid, and he tells me he got a freestyle over Bone Crusher outside of the club, and this happened to be Young Jeezy. Real fat kid. I'm like, yo, this song is hard. I'm just
So you're trying
bouncing.
to say this is Jeezy when he was fat?
Yes, right?
Pretty, yeah.
4X Black T. You know what I'm saying? So now, this whole trip, and I've told this story before, but this whole trip was a super amazement trip that I've never seen before. So at this time, they had a party at a club, and in Atlanta at the time, it was no such thing as comps. This one particular guy's name was Alex. Alex was a person, he didn't care who you was. You could have been the star rapper, anything, always pay at the door. You had to pay for this guy's
You don't
party.
got my money? Get off the line. Get off the line.
Get off the line.
He
He does not play. Yeah, I don't care who you was. I've seen him charge Diddy before. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you.
Salute
You understand?
to Alex,
Yeah,
man.
Alex did not. He didn't care who you was. You understand? Even if you was working, and that's it. You the manager. That's it. Everybody else got to pay. You understand? That's how he was. So now, the guys that I was with, they had 300 of us. It was about 300. They flew DJs in from all across the country. And the guy paid for all of us. So now at this time, this was around the time where I met Gray Rizzy. He used to have a friend named Pop. You remember Pop?
Yep.
Pop, I didn't know where Pop came from, but I thought Pop was from Pop Bottles. So at the time, Pop he used to be a guy that all the time, he bought bottles in the clubs. But it was like 1 or 2 bottles. Right? This was Hypnotic time. Right, so now the 1 or 2 bottles, it was like amazing. Yo, he bought 2 bottles, he popped a bottle. Da-da-da. Now 1 or 2 bottles is like nothing or whatever. But at this time, pop, that 1 or 2 bottles, that was like, yo, that's popping bottles, whatever. If
Y'all were drinking Incredible Hulks?
You're right.
you know what I'm saying? So now, Pop is in the club with his 1 or 2 bottles at the section with these guys that just paid for 300 people to go in the club. 300 people go in the club. They said, give me Cristal for all 300 people. So now it's 300 of us with bottles, and I see my friend Pop that was was the guy who was the man.
He was like the standard. He was like the standard, yeah.
On the side. You understand? So now, I see Pop. I said, Pop, here go 2 extra bottles with your 2 bottles. Now Pop got 4. But anyway, so now I started noticing, and this, and this is me being the God, the honest truth, that people were gravitating to Jeezy's music more than the guy that we actually came for, which was Blue Da Vinci. Now, I'm not saying that Blue Da Vinci was whack. Blue Da Vinci is a very dope artist. It's just that I saw people gravitating to Jeezy's music a lot more. So
Plus you was in Atlanta.
I was who?
Where were you at? You was in Atlanta? For this
Atlanta.
one? Yeah.
Well, yeah, that makes sense because up top we were
I was
already
in
hearing
Atlanta.
about Blue Da Vinci at that time. So what you're saying is like,
Yeah,
it
I
makes
was in
sense why you
Atlanta.
would be surprised. Yeah.
I was in Atlanta, 100%. So now, I also see, I want to make sure that this is also known, I saw Jermaine Dupri and Usher in the club. And no one cared about Usher and Jermaine Dupri. And this was super weird to me. That's when I knew I was with some special guys, because Usher, maybe not Jermaine Dupri sometimes, because Jermaine Dupri, he's popular, but but Usher was this mega star. And nobody cared about Usher. Everybody was looking at these guys that was with me, which was called BMF. And I don't know if Meech was there at the time. I think Meech was locked up at the time or whatever. But Jeezy was running around with them and all that. And then I decided to take Jeezy's music and bring it to New York. Because at the time, I think I was like the only New York cat playing the down south music.
Yeah,
I used to get in trouble all the time. Yo, you playing country boy music?
That's a fact.
No one wanted to hear Southern music or whatever.
Actually, just sidebar, a lot of people kind of blame you for that. For, you know, that the New York sound kind of going left and then ushering in this Atlanta sound, this Southern sound. A lot of people, I don't want to say blame you. Some people say blame you. I would say that you went ahead, you ushered that in.
Well,
you see what I did there?
100%.
Yeah.
Usher.
I'll be here all night, baby. Tip the bartenders, man.
So my plan was I used to go to the South a lot, and this is pre-internet. So I saw what they was doing in the South, and then I was like, hey, you know, it's cool, you know, to have these New York artists rap on the Southern beats, because I started seeing that the South was being rebellious against Northern music. And this is after Outkast did the South got something to say. And they used to have mad songs that was just popping all through the South, and it didn't reach past North Carolina.
This might have been the time period you're talking about. This might have been 6-7 years after the Source Awards.
Okay, all right. So maybe 98. Would you say that 97?
What, when you was down there?
Around
You
this
talking
time.
about Nah. It's 2000.
Oh, it's 2000. Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah. So 2000, like 2000.
I'd say between
03?
2000 and 2002, something like that. Well, 2001, 2003.
02, 03.
Yeah.
Something like that. I do remember because my friend Gray Rizzy wanted to be BMS, so he used to wear sunglasses like he was down with.
Definitely was, guys.
Like he was BMS.
Shout out to the homie Fab. Not Fabulous. We get to that part, but shout out to the homie Fab too. Man.
Fab, which one? Fab or
Fab.
the rapper?
Fab.
Fab, oh my man Fab. Yeah, it's another Fab.
Fab was the first person I ever saw bring a baby Maybach up to Harlem. I think that might be a fact. If you know Fab, nobody had saw a Maybach before Fab was rolling around with his. And he used to park that shit like alternate side parking in Harlem. That shit was crazy to us.
So now Jeezy always had like the lyrics that was just, you know, I just felt like he rapped like a northern cat, but with a southern twang. So I used to bring all of Jeezy's music and also Jeezy to New York. And so that's how Gray Rizzy knows me from, well, not know me, but know about Jeezy and our connection.
Absolutely. In fact, when we were having that discussion, I was saying to him, I said, you know, even though you were who you were in the South, which was hot like fish grease, when you came up to New York, he still got a lot of that love. And one of the first people he really kind of started working with, I want to say, maybe helped him even usher him even further into New York City culture, was Fabulous.
Yes.
And he was like, Fabulous was one of the first people that put him on a major project. And after that, like, you know.
Yeah, Fabulous 100%.
What song was that?
I don't was it Damn Thing or if it wasn't Damn, I don't know if Damn Thing was on. I think Damn Thing was on Fabulous's album. If we could, what you call it?
You mean Diamonds on My Damn Chain?
No. This is before that. I want to say it's called Damn Thing.
That's for y'all old guys.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think the song was called Do the Damn Thing, and I just want to be politically correct.
Let's fact check,
Yeah,
guys.
I think it is Do the Damn Thing. I think it is.
All right, Do the Damn Thing. Was that Fabulous' song?
This is on
Let's
Real
be
Talk
journalists.
2004.
Yeah, it was Fabulous songs. Fabulous on featuring Young Jeezy.
Yeah.
14 years ago.
Damn. Fab got like a 15.
They got a video for it too.
A 15X.
Yeah,
fucking
like they all
leather
had
on
like
right now.
Yeah, It's called Do the Damn Thing. But it's too many. I don't got YouTube TV, so mine's got so that is true.
Look at that video. That shit look crazy.
So that is true.
People always ask me, Kevin, what does
We'll pick this up another time.
So yes, so I do remember that with Jeezy. And then fast forward to today, whereas I guess he's going through marital problems, whereas he filed for divorce. I mean I prayed for the best, I guess, for them because that must be.
Oh my God! Wait a minute. This is you like actually like saying like you hope love prevails.
That's not what I said. I did not
That's
say
basically
that.
what he's saying.
No, I said I pray for the
is.
best for them because, just listen to what I'm saying to you, because is for someone to file for divorce and the other party felt like it came from out of nowhere, then that must be like a passionate, filing for divorce.
But do you think that the other party felt like it was out of nowhere? Or do you think that it was going down that road and then...
Well, from the stories that I'm getting back, it's and I don't know if it's the same thing. It's just like he just said he had his wedding ring on, a day before or something. You understand what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like,
but you can have your wedding ring on. Listen, relationships don't end overnight.
Okay.
It takes time. Like, especially depending on what the situation is, whether you have a family or you've just been together for a hell of a long time. Relationships, it's not just overnight, it's over. It happens over a course of time.
Yeah. And speaking from experience, man, like, you know, you still may wear your wedding ring even though you're going through some issues. So.
well, you been divorced?
I've never been divorced.
So
but,
how do you know? I'm confused.
I have issues. You know what I'm saying? You have
Yeah, but
problems.
you're not to the point where you've been divorced, though. So
No.
if you got issues, you put your ring on the side?
No, I wouldn't. Some
okay.
people do.
They
Some
do?
people do.
But I
yeah.
wouldn't. Like, you know, I may be going through some issues right now, but I still wear my ring. It's a commitment, but that's me. Some people throw the
good
ring
man.
like, fling, 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 that should just fling across. You know
No,
what I'm
it's
saying?
true. Even when I was like, in my old relationship, I still wore my engagement ring, even though, you know, things were like a little weird.
Well, that's engagement. That's not marriage.
Yeah, but it's still,
It's still a
commitment. And I
commitment.
was, first of all, I was waiting for like 13, 14 years, so this is semantics right about now. But I would still wear my
But
ring.
still, it's not marriage, though. It's a difference.
13, 14
Wedding.
years, that's a long time, though. Yeah,
Yeah, that is. But
Straight, like
yeah,
no break.
That's a bit, yeah.
I did a bit, guys.
Yeah.
A bit.
Yeah, but from what I understand, like there was some things that were going on, and you know, like you said, hopefully it works out. They got a little one. They have a little one, a daughter, right?
But that's why I say I hope for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
I'm not
see.
saying I hope for them to get back together because that's their own personal preference, but I just hope for the best because it just, again, I think those are like serious. If someone just leaves, that's kind of like, woo.
Well, they're still in the same household, from what I heard.
But
online.
that's what I've been reading as well. But you know,
Which is
that's,
it's
that's
understandable.
what the
Yeah.
reports are saying.
What the reports are saying.
I don't
and
know what the
that's
tax laws in Atlanta. That might be, you know, beneficial too. I have no idea.
Oh, they live in Atlanta.
I don't know if they live in Atlanta. I'm
I
assuming.
thought it was LA.
I'm assuming. Is it LA? Maybe that's why. LA could be tough for a Southern cat. I don't
The
know.
laws at different places, yeah.
Yeah, man.
So what's your boy Keefe D, God?
You guys really think he's the one that killed Tupac?
I'll say this. Anytime I've been in LA and when I talk to like people who are really entrenched out there, they all know what the deal was.
What happened?
I feel
Yes.
like-
Right?
Yeah.
But for some reason, it's like they all got the same fucking kite, and it was like, no, nobody say anything. You know what I'm saying? They all got the same message. Nobody talk about this. Now, maybe in the circles outside, from outsiders, like I'm an outsider when I come into town.
Right.
Maybe that's the reason why they don't speak about it freely. But I always got the impression everybody knows what the deal was when it came to that murder.
So what's the story you heard?
What do you mean?
What's the story you heard?
I mean, I haven't heard any stories besides what's been in the media. I'm gonna be honest.
and
like,
what's that? That's the same thing as hearing.
I don't have any inside insight.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah, you
people,
being quiet.
People back.
No, I'm not being quiet. I'm just saying I haven't really spoken about it. We've seen the reports. Like, no one in my circle really has like any idea like why I think this
since
person shot him.
1996 or 95, I don't
You're
know when it
talking-
was,
no,
to now, no one has told you anything about what happened.
No,
I find that impossible.
no.
And, or you have never asked someone
Oh, come
or
on.
Googled.
Everyone's had that. It went from Tupac being in fucking Cuba. Like, everyone's had that conversation.
So that's what I just asked you. So what's the
And being in
conversation?
the music industry. I mean, but
I
think
never
about-
heard Tupac was in Cuba. So can you enlighten me on that
Oh,
one? I
come
never
on.
heard that one.
Everyone has heard that story.
Except
Stop.
for me,
That's bullshit. You're lying.
I never heard that.
You're lying.
So
Everyone
Tupac is
has
in Cuba?
heard that at least once in passing.
So he's in Cuba?
That's
Bro.
what was said.
Even 18-year-olds that weren't around when this man
But I'm
was
asking you, is Tupac in Cuba?
I don't think so, but
Okay.
a lot of people do. You'll be surprised. Kind of like the Elvis phenomenon. Like, yeah, people do think that he's in Cuba. Like,
You think Elvis in Cuba?
no.
I'm just saying.
Yo, I'm
never
not
heard
dealing with
that
both
one.
of y'all at the same time. I mean, I'll take
heard that
y'all
before.
pause, but okay.
Pause. Where you get the pause from?
No, because if I don't say pause, then you call me out. All right,
Pause.
I'm gonna say a whole bunch of sus shit, and I want you not to even mention it.
You want a blanket fucking pass? That's what you want?
Yeah, I do, because if I don't say it, then he brings it up.
Unlimited
If I
pause?
say it, oh, you don't have to. Yeah, I want unlimited
You gotta
pause.
pay for
Unlimited
that.
pause.
You gotta pay for that. You got $20 a pop.
Yeah,
put it
come
on the
on,
table.
put it on the
man.
table, God.
Yeah, you
Put it
gotta
on
put
the
that
pizza
on the
box.
table, man.
Put what on the pizza box?
The $20.
You
hello?
want
I don't
a
carry
fucking
cash.
whole
I'm not like you. I
a
have
whole
cards.
We got
episode
Cash App,
pause?
Zelle, whatever you need.
No,
Yeah.
you
Apple
still
Pay?
owe. No, you still owe me.
From
We're not gonna talk about that
Apple
on
Pay,
camera.
whatever.
Genuine? You owe?
Nas.
Here's the deal.
Nas, yes.
When it comes to like this topic, I'm not saying you specifically right now. But when it comes to this topic, everybody seems to, especially when there's cameras, microphones, other people around, like, yeah, you know.
Except for Keefe D.
Except
for Keefe
Except
D.
for Keefe D, yo.
Honestly, the last week, this was what, maybe 5 days ago, I haven't been able to have a powwow with my circle about this because we've all been like doing mad shit. So that's valid. I
So
should have had a powwow by now, but I have not.
So all right, so tell me what happened with the Keefe D thing, because I really don't understand.
It was from the Vlad interview.
No, how you know
But
that?
it seemed like it's multiple
what-
interviews that he's
Yeah,
done.
that's what I'm saying. So you can't put
Yeah,
the
but
blame
you know,
on
everyone
Vlad
know.
like
I was gonna
that.
say everyone.
You can't do that to
Vlad,
Vlad.
People like to pin it on Vlad.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
He
Yeah.
did 5 interviews, but it was the Vlad interview.
No,
that
because
got
he did
me.
Vlad interview years ago.
Wasn't there one recently though?
He did another one recently, but he did Vlad interview years ago. So you can't keep putting it on Vlad.
I'm not. I'm saying this is what
From
people
my
are
understanding,
saying.
he had a preferred agreement. So I don't know the exact
What does
terms
that
of
mean?
what a preferred agreement is. So from my understanding, he had a preferred agreement where he had immunity in L.A.
But why?
Oh, from
because
the streetwise.
No, because he got locked up. From my understanding, he got locked up, and he told them some information that they wanted. I think the information he told was the Tupac story, and something with Diddy and Zip.
Ah, okay.
I don't know if you remember that because they have tapes. You can Google this part. They have tapes of him telling, whatever. But I think he told who killed Tupac a while ago, right? And then they gave him a preferred deal agreement, and in that preferred agreement, from my understanding, he was granted immunity in L.A., but he was supposed to keep quiet about the case.
So once he started talking, if this is the case, once he started talking, they
They
ripped
started
that shit up.
reopening, and he
yeah.
moved to Nevada. Nevada is
Isn't that where? Yeah, Tupac.
where Tupac died.
Where he died.
Yeah, so now that's kind of like a slap in the face to the law enforcement. You saying, I killed somebody, and this is like the big stain on, Nevada's, the Las
Yeah, it's an unsolved
Vegas.
murder, yeah.
Yes, a big one.
It's a big
Yeah.
cold
You
case.
understand what I'm
Celebrity
saying?
unsolved
cold
murder.
Yeah, like
yes.
a big one. So I guess they like, got you.
Well,
Got him.
if that's the case, I feel
From
like
my understanding.
Even though Suge Knight, he says that wasn't him and they have the story all wrong. So that's interesting in itself. Like, are you protecting this person because everyone always thinks that he was lined up?
yeah.
So is it
Bye.
I don't
bad?
think Suge would put himself in the line of fire.
No, I don't think. I mean, right now he has nothing to gain.
But
nothing to
it's not
lose,
like you had a professional. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you didn't put yourself in the line of fire, but you have somebody who's just reckless with a firearm and you happen to get touched up.
But then,
So you're saying you think that Suge did have
No,
something to do with it?
I don't. But I'm saying I
Okay.
could see how that could be if that
How?
were
If
the
you
case.
got some gangsters doing it, the gangsters they might shoot you too by mistake.
Well,
That's
'cause then
exactly
he
what
got into a
happened.
fight,
He got
right.
shot.
He had a
But
fight.
he got grazed.
But he still got shot.
But so why would he put himself in that danger?
I'm not saying that I would have done it.
Okay.
But if you dealing in some street shit, maybe you said, all right, let me go ahead and take the chance, but you got hit in the mix. I have no idea. I don't know for sure, and I'm not saying that's the case. But when you're looking at both sides, you can see how that possibly could happen.
No, I don't think.
But then
would do
Suge also said that it wasn't Keefe D, right?
Yes, he did.
He also said
He won't
something along
testify.
that.
Well, he wouldn't know if he'd like duck it. Oh, shit, he wouldn't know.
But I feel like at Suge's height of power, all he had to do, snap his finger, he was gonna know who did that.
I feel like there
Especially
was a
on
way
the
he
West
could've-
Coast.
I feel like he could have found. Yeah, I do too.
Especially on the West Coast.
So let me ask you a question: if Keefe D was in the car when this happened, do you think that he's liable for that crime also?
Well, what happened? They're saying that any other witnesses, they all died, right? He's the only one that's still alive.
Out of the 4 men that
Out
were
of the 4 people was
supposedly
there.
in the white car, the
Right.
white Cadillac. Was
Right.
it white
Really?
Cadillac?
They all died except him?
Yeah, they all got They all killed. They all got killed. You didn't
See?
know this part?
No, I
The
didn't.
But
streets
does-
didn't tell you this? I'm sorry, but go ahead.
But see, that part right there, doesn't that make you say, on some Arsenio Hall shit? For the kids, you just need to go Google that.
Yo,
Alright?
you
don't need
wrote
to Google that.
Arsenio Hall? Oh my
But that make
God.
you say, like, all right, hold up. So you're the only one that's still alive. These other cats, they all died. They were all in the car together. What do you know?
But they didn't die. They all didn't die. Hold on. Don't do that. They didn't all die the same time. Like
No,
they
no,
all,
no.
So they had to die at the same
Not
time,
at
like-
the same time.
No, but
did they
like-
all?
That
Okay,
was
let me
even
ask you
more
this question.
But they died-
Hello?
Did they die of a natural death?
No, but they all were gangsters. They was in the
Did
gang
they
life.
die of a natural death?
No.
Right.
But they all was in natural. Natural. You gotta be saying that. They
So,
all was in the gangster life.
I've watched enough crime shows to know. I've watched
I
enough.
watched Law and
I've
Order,
watched
and
enough
according to
crime
Law and
shows to
Order-
know that this is the perfect alibi. This would. Again,
So you think
I don't
Keefe
know
D
anything.
killed the other?
No,
But it was his nephew.
I'm not
He
saying
wouldn't kill
that.
his nephew.
Well, maybe somebody
First of all,
else
you
did.
seen Paid in Full. Stop it.
The nephew killed the uncle.
This is true. Did we see it? We see
No,
it
the
in a
nephew
lot
didn't
of
kill the
ways.
uncle.
Yeah.
Paid in full.
Oh, look.
You-
Slacking, son.
You're absolutely right.
I'ma do that scene.
Well, let me say this to you. Paid in Full was a movie and a reenactment of something of
Yes,
true
I know
story.
that.
So that wasn't actual the true story because who the kid AZ, what you're saying, who it wasn't the uncle who shot, it was the uncle's man.
You talking about
Correct?
Richard? You ain't
But
killed
he
No,
Richard.
orchestrated. But he still has a big part in it. He orchestrated the shit. He set it up. What are you talking about?
So that's what
you
we
might
saying.
as well have just killed him yourself.
I think the only reason why he didn't do it because it was blood.
But you still
You
had
talking about
someone else
AZ.
do it.
Talking about for Rich and the nephew and stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that didn't
Rich
happen.
Porter.
What you're saying.
But
What you
getting
the
back
accusation.
before I lose my train of thought, because this shit is starting to work, man. Look, all I'm saying is that you see how we just threw a whole bunch of different theories out there. It's easy for this shit to get all jumbled up and you don't know who did what. I absolutely believe that people knew who it was and what was done. I don't know if it was Keefe D for sure, but I do believe he knows who did it, whether it was him or someone else in that car. He just hasn't said anything. Every time that he would go and have these interviews, though, he just kept on picking the scab a little bit further up, picking the
So
scab
maybe
a
you
little
think?
bit
Do you
further
think
up.
that he may need money? So he's getting paid to do these interviews and give good.
He's
what you
about
want?
to earn. I don't know, Steve. You might need to look this up. He's about to earn about 10 cents a day in jail. That's the route that he's on now. So I don't know why he did this.
Money or clout.
The
'Cause
interview.
we know everybody.
It can't be clout at this point, man. I can't.
Why not?
For
You'd be
for a
surprised.
cat at his age, I just don't. I don't
Of
understand
course,
why
because now
you
you
would do
an
that.
OG, like,
But
you know
he's an
what I mean?
OG. For
That you see how many OGs doing
There's a bunch
interviews
of
now?
different gangsters that are
Come
out there,
on.
right?
Listen,
and I'm
social media-
using that word very loosely, gangsters, because I don't know him personally.
Social media, I have
right?
seen people that I would never think would give a fuck about being on camera and getting clout because they're real street people be on camera caring about clout.
I just think about
Like-
menace to society when I think about this whole case, man. Like,
different
why would
thing.
you hold on to that tape? Why would you hold on to those firearms or whatever the hell they found in that house?
Is it a case of if I had done it? You know what I'm saying?
No, you
Like,
get rid of it.
Yeah, but some people keep. I mean, you see crime shows. Like,
Momental-
do they
mo- mo-
not keep?
it's
shit
like
and
commemorative.
get caught all the time.
Like, yo, I'm gonna keep this gun because
cold case
what
files.
I clapped.
you know what I'm saying? This shit's close to my heart. Like, that's the dumbest shit I
But
ever
that's all
heard.
psychological too. That's psychological shit. It's like a trophy.
And you know why this? You see, there's no rivers in Nevada and in Vegas. I see. If it was out here in the Bronx or Brooklyn, they would have threw that
Yeah,
shit
There's
real
right.
quick.
There's deserts. that
Nothing
you
but
can bury
land
shit.
out there, man.
Come on.
Nothing but land out there. But hey,
It's a trophy to certain people.
there's a lot of people who are watching this. They're paying attention. But like I said, there's a lot of people who knew. They know. And my general feeling when I was looking at social media is like, people were just like, yo, it's about time.
Really?
Not it's about time like, oh, I'm glad they're getting somewhere. It was like, it's about time.
Well, there's no fucking way that Tupac gets shot and killed and we don't know who did it. That's
With all
crazy.
those people out there.
And Biggie too. Like,
Same
all of
thing
that
with
is
Big.
There's
crazy.
a lot of people out there. It was that night.
It was a fight in Vegas.
Yes, it was.
Motherfuckers
it was.
ain't that militant with nobody saying shit. Nah,
There
and
were
people
a
know.
lot of people in town. Like, there's no reason.
Yeah, but
why
y'all
he
also
was shot
thinking
and killed
of
and
this
it
is
was
in the
not solved.
'90s, man, where it wasn't
It doesn't matter.
cameras and stuff like that.
No.
Like,
There's
doesn't
people who
matter.
talk. Yeah, remember, the quickest form of commercialism is word of mouth. There was people that were talking that were out there that night. Come on, man. Like, I refuse to believe like 4 people only knew, 1 person only knew. Nah. By the time that night ended, and the next morning when the sun rose, there was at least 40 people
Well, they
who knew
did
what
say. They
happened.
said the kid Orlando Brown did it.
Well, that's what they said. I don't know if it was him.
They said, but was he brought into questioning? Like,
Yes.
And what happened?
I don't. You got to Google that. They got his questioning. They got it there. Like,
Well,
you can
obviously
Google
it
it.
wasn't enough because he didn't get arrested. He wasn't charged.
He got killed. That's why he got
shit, he
killed. Yeah. Huh? What I said? Orlando Brown?
Yeah, you're
Oh, I'm
talking
sorry.
about the wrong.
Okay.
I was like,
Who's Orlando Brown?
Orlando Brown is
Brown.
either a football player
Oh,
or an
okay, I'm
actor,
No,
sorry.
right?
remember the actor that
He's an
goes-
actor,
I'm
that
sorry,
goes-
Orlando Anderson. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad, man.
I was wondering.
Is Orlando
I was like,
Brown-
P. Sanchez, man.
Good job at that.
Orlando Brown is the cat that was in.
I'm sorry, I'm saying
The one that
Orlando
be
Brown.
tweaking in his
Yeah.
interviews. No
Oh, yeah.
Right.
He used to be on Disney, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Orlando
look-
Brown?
disrespect. Yeah. Do you know who
He a
you're
little,
talking
he a little
about
light.
right
He a
now?
little
No.
loose right now. He a
You
little
have no
loose.
idea who you're
No, who's
talking about.
Orlando Brown?
You know,
That's the one that's going crazy.
I don't know about that.
Don't
I didn't
say
use
that.
that
That's
word.
not
I didn't
nice,
use that
but
term.
yes.
I didn't use that term.
Don't use
Okay,
that
am I
term.
being
He's
bad?
going
Maybe
through some
you could just say
challenges.
he's tweaking
He's
a
going
little
through
bit.
some challenges.
He's going through some challenges.
Yeah, they gave us a handbook at work, so I know how to reply to these now.
Oh, you have that whole.
I know how to
Do you
reply
have
to
to like
these.
put your pronouns and your email address and stuff like that?
I don't.
and
I don't
your
go that
signature?
far, but I see them. I respect them. I
Yeah,
respect
you have
it.
to. You
I
have to. You
respect.
have
Oh, you met him before?
No,
All
I
right,
never
but
met
we
him.
were talking
No,
about the
I'm not-
Anderson
I'm
kid.
I'm not talking about him. I'm saying I respect those who want to use different pronouns and however
Yes.
they want to
through
represent
challenges.
themselves.
And no, and let's change the subject. So now,
I don't. No.
You gonna cancel me?
so do you guys think Drake is really gonna drop this week?
That's a good question. Well, this is what I
Well,
do.
two
know.
questions: is he really gonna drop this week? And if he does, is it gonna be good?
I think that's a setup fucking question right there.
Well, let's-
it's subjective, right? Okay, so what have people wanted for the, especially in hip hop? What have people wanted from Drake?
I
Forever?
want rapping Drake.
You just want a rap album. That's
I mean,
it.
you know what? I can take one or two of the, the serenading, like.
So let me
But
ask
I
you.
want some rap Drake.
Let me ask you this question. This is Rizzy to Bianca, right? Have you ever heard a straight rap album from Drake?
And that's what I'm saying. I don't need a straight rap album. I can do one or two, like 2 or 3 R&B-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But I need some rap Drake.
What about you, Self? What kind? What do
I
you
don't know.
want? need to
You know the
have
funny
delivered?
thing. I never really listened to a whole Drake album. I guess I'm one of the few that have. I'm not saying I'm
So
not
you
a
didn't
Drake
listen to
fan.
Take Care?
Straight through, no. Like
That was a great album. That's my favorite
I'm not saying
Drake
that
album.
Drake is not good. That's not. I'm not.
I didn't say that. I said that album was great. That's
no, I
all
understand that. I'm cool with that. And I think.
Don't be scared.
No, I'm not scared of Drake at all.
Don't be scared of Drake.
Fucking Gabe about to run through this. Don't talk about my man like that. Yeah.
Don't be scared of Drake.
Gabe,
Nah, I'm
salute
not
my
scared of
boy.
Drake.
Salute.
But what I'm saying is, I think with Drake, I just maybe similar to what you said. Once it starts singing and stuff, I'm like, I don't want to hear this unless it becomes popular. So like, let's say like a Crew Love or Marvin's Room or something
Love.
like that is like, once it became popular, I find myself singing it.
Yeah, but that's
But
why.
if I
so
was
you don't like
driving
it unless
around
the masses like it?
singing Drake,
Yeah,
no,
it's- okay.
that's an accurate assumption of
That's
what I
fucked
just
up.
said.
That's like groupie shit.
That's fine
Everyone
if you want.
likes it, so I'm gonna like it.
I didn't say I liked it. I said
basically-
I catch myself singing along. This is what I just said.
Semantics.
So again,
She got you on the ropes, guy. I'm
Semantics.
no,
just,
definitely got me in a row. But
we got popcorn in
I
here.
just
She
never
got you on the
really,
ropes.
I never really listened to a whole Drake album like that. And I'm not saying that Drake is whack. You understand? I do like Drake. I like a lot of stuff that Drake does.
Do you?
But-
Because you didn't like Search and Rescue.
I didn't like that
very-
record. No,
you're very
I didn't like that record. Because
unenthusiastic.
I don't like the melody singing Drake. It kind of like puts me to sleep. You understand? This is me per se.
I could tell you one of his favorite Drake songs.
What?
Fancy.
I like you fancy, huh? Hey, you fancy, huh?
Fancy.
Hair done, nails done, everything.
Shout out to T.I., shout out to Swiss Beats.
That's
That
hard.
song, if I never hear it again, will be
I've
so
heard him
soon.
tear down fucking parties with
Nah,
this song,
I can
man.
never
I
hear
like
that song. It's
Fancy.
too
Fancy
much.
is dope.
What's
Fancy.
the Drake record? I'm about whatever, man. Fuck what
That's a
they
good
talking
one. That's a
about.
good one.
They
Like,
But let's bring it back to
People want a
2023.
whole. They want a whole album of like that. They want a whole
I
album.
like
of
Drizzy
that.
Drake.
Yeah, I do too. I literally just said that.
Yeah.
I
What,
literally just
Drizzy
said
Drake?
that.
Yeah, you did say you want that. It's just that he
What's
never.
Drake's name now? He got a new name, Champagne Poppy. I like
his-
Drizzy
Not
Drake.
new, but
That's
okay.
his- that's
No,
his
what's his
social-
new tag
That's
now?
his social handle right there.
Social handle.
What's his?
Champagne Papi.
So that's what because he was Drizzy Drake. Drake had different names.
Nah,
So do we think
He was Loverboy Drake or something like that. Right?
certified lover boy
certified
Okay.
lover
Yeah,
boy.
but what is he now?
For all the dogs.
for all the dogs?
That's what he's running with now.
That's what all the dog Drake
For all the dogs.
for all the dog Drake. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I didn't say that.
It's like it's a what's the name? It's like a forever story. It keeps on rolling. So now we're at for all the dogs. It's for all the dogs out there. You should like this album.
The song that he got, I didn't like because I stopped listening to it because I felt
Ew, what's going on? What are you scratching under your arm?
Is that your?
it was like a muscle pull or something
What
like
the
that.
fuck is? What are you doing, son?
I apologize, man. Just pizza and wings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, you ate everything before we started filming it. Just FYI, guys.
Yeah,
I know y'all
it's
only
gone.
saw one piece
It's gone.
being eaten, but
It's gone.
also,
It's gone. Wings gone.
he's a beast.
Gone.
Food is made to be eaten, not shown.
Okay.
Hello.
But if you would like to show it, Apartment 5H, we are available.
Papa John's,
we
tap
are.
in.
We are available for,
Tap in.
sponsorship. Tap in with us.
All right, so is it going to be a good album?
Email. I think it's going to be a good album. The reason why I think
don't
it's
know, but
oh, y'all forgot I was saying that why I didn't like the song.
what song though?
The
You
one with
talking
him
about
and Scissors.
You're
Slime-
so
slime
long
me
winded.
out.
Slime you
I was
out.
going to
Slime
bring
you
that
out.
up. I was going to bring that up. Go
Slime
ahead.
me out because he had the. I
haven't even
felt
heard the album, to be
offended by the line. He said, "I'm gonna whip you like an American slave."
He said that?
Yes. See, you didn't even know he said that.
I didn't know. I could,
And I feel like that's kind of like.
If you let me finish.
Okay,
First of all, we're working on the interruption, right?
I'm listening.
Okay. So I did not listen to the last song, which kind of scares me about the next album because if I'm not paying attention to it, you know what I mean? I'm kind of like, I don't know. I still have yet to listen to the song with SZA.
Well, I felt that was a sad choice of words. Also, in this time.
Hold up.
and-
Hold
Wait
up.
a minute,
Hold
I
the
was just
fuck
about-
up. Hold up, guy. Hold
Get
up.
him.
I'll wait.
The music that you play, some of it could be shooting them up, bang bang. I'm gonna rob you. I'm gonna kill you. All this stuff, and you're worried about him saying that
Okay.
versus
so
the other shit that's played out
I'm
there.
glad you said that, my friend.
I'm curious.
He's about to tell a 30-minute story.
So I am a person that is believe that if you talk about yourself in first person or certain things that are you, then it's something different. You have to also remember that this guy is not from this country. So you also talking about another country, and then you talking about another again insensitive things that someone of a certain race can take and could take offense, like me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's like, dag, anybody say, yo, I'm gonna whip you like a slave, boy. Whoever said that, you understand, I would take offense to it. Now, if somebody said, I'm gonna shoot my man or whatever, blah, 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 that's your personal opinion. That's what you gonna do.
But he's not the first artist to have said something like that.
Well, please let me know, because I don't want to play
We're gonna
that,
look it up,
that neither.
and then now
But also,
playing devil's advocate. Now, his
If he
father
said-
is from Tennessee.
if he says
so
something-
even though he's not from America, his ancestors went through the same trauma that anybody else's ancestors in this country has went
so
through.
why would you even say that? And
matter of
being
fact-
as big of an artist as
He's
he
not
is.
the first, and he's not going to be the last.
But why
do
would
that.
you say that? So you're saying it's okay?
No, absolutely not. Don't put
I'm
words in my
confused.
mouth.
That's what it sound like.
No,
It sound like
I'm saying no.
sound
Don't
like you saying
dare.
it's all right.
Don't you dare! I will slap that drink out your hand. I'm saying that if you're gonna hold him to the same standard, you should hold other artists that.
I agree with you.
Okay.
I agree, but you're not telling me that such and such said this too. You understand? So again,
Well, I mean that's one of the effects of being one of the world's biggest artists.
yes.
Shit is underneath a microscope.
Well,
I
underneath the microscope,
I can
100%.
guarantee.
Did you know
for-
he said that in that song?
Yes.
Okay.
I can guarantee.
Did you know he said that in
For-
that
I
song?
didn't.
I don't know,
You don't
yo.
listen to me. I
You were
said
just trying to get it correct.
I did not listen to
How
the
long
song.
does Self get booked now for? Is it an hour for like $10,000? Whatever the 45 minutes of your set, hour and a half, 2 hours of your set, I guarantee you play some shit that's stronger than what he said. But I will say this.
Maybe not.
You are
Cool Mo
entitled.
D, 1987. I'll take my whip and make him call himself Toby.
Cool Mo D. Kids, look that up. Google that.
That's
All
not.
right,
That's
Google
not. What you call it?
It's a slave reference though, like a slave, like.
No,
is it
that's a
not?
fictitious. Hold on. Toby, that's not Color Purple. First of all, the Caucasian
Whoa.
man in the room.
I'm
This
just saying
room.
you
There you
can
go,
take that.
second
You can
try.
take
Hold
something like
on.
that offensive.
Toby is a fictitious movie. That's a movie. That's a movie.
But it's still.
That's a movie.
Okay, so you, especially
So
with
it's a
Kunta Kinte,
technicality.
how many fucking references?
Kunta
were-
Kinte
I
is a
know it's
movie.
ficti-
So it's a technicality.
Let me
You-
That's a movie.
Finish.
That's a
You don't let
movie,
me
though.
finish. I was gonna say that. Yo,
That's a
hate talking
movie.
to you.
Y'all make
Okay,
you
so it
turn
has to-
green like the Incredible Hulk. Oh, yeah. How could you talk about people that's turning green? Oh,
That's so different.
I make you turn green like
so
David
ignorant.
Banner.
That is
I
so
can,
different.
I can
Stop.
guarantee
I make you mad like
Stop.
David Banner.
in any night of one of your sets, man, you play way worse stuff. But he's one of the biggest
Y'all
artists in
forgot
the
y'all
world.
Drake stands.
And
I
that's
forgot.
I'm not a
that's
fan.
number one.
I like Drake though.
That's
Yeah.
number one. But
Saying.
number two, you are absolutely entitled.
Rizzy or Graham and
Rizzy
Bianca Graham.
Get outta
I
here,
forgot.
man.
What?
You are entitled to what you
Holla
feel.
at
Graham. See, here we go. That's all right. Can't believe the Grahams.
Oh my God.
Oh,
The Graham family
I think-
is in the building.
But to answer
Wow.
to answer your question, I think it's going to be a dope album. It's just one of those things when you have one of the biggest artists in the world. He has. I don't know if he sets out to please everybody. I don't think it's that, but I think
But
every
still,
album he
I
tries
hate to keep
different
harping
things.
on that, and I'm not hating.
no, but that's not
But,
tasteful.
but it's like, dang, God, like,
it's distasteful.
I would have been like, you know what? Let me keep that out.
So let me ask you this.
No, I agree.
Let me ask you this.
I
How did
whipped you like you don't know how
how
to
did-
behave.
How did,
But
how did
when-
you
when
feel when he had that I forgot the exact line when he was talking about she say she not a stallion, but you know she's something. I forgot how the line goes, but she still got the work. Or I forgot exactly what the line
Yeah.
Well,
was.
you got to, before you ask me
Yeah.
the question, you got to say exactly what the line
There
is.
was a lot of women who sided with Megan Thee Stallion because she was going through that issue with the trial.
Well, he
with
didn't say
Tory
Megan
Lanez.
name.
But
refer to her
it was
as,
the
How you
way,
know?
as her
it was
moniker,
it was
Stallion.
the word play that
Bruh.
made some people feel uncomfortable. But see, now you're like, but wait, he didn't say what
But
he
what
said.
about with
I didn't
Nicki?
say that. He said, I'm going to
What
whip
about
you
Nicki?
like an American slave.
But what about
so
Nicki?
that's direct.
But hello, what about Nicki? Get Rosa Parks, get your ass up when she did that song.
And I think that was wrong also.
Okay.
That was also wrong.
All right.
This bitch lied
That's
about.
wrong.
Oh, this the line. This bitch lied about getting shots, but she's still a stallion, right?
So let me
No,
ask you a
we're
question. Let me ask you a
Misconstruing
question.
the whole
Is-
situation, aren't we?
Let me ask you 100%.
You're
Let me say this to
crazy.
you.
You're
so let me ask you a
crazy.
question. When a girl, right? You in Cancun at Mocha Fest, you in
We don't go to those
Jamaica
type of
at Mocha
events.
Fest. That's fine. You
We're
in a,
decent human beings. No,
That's fine.
I'm
You're
just-
at a right. You're at
Oh, he about to put you
you're
at
at an
the-
industry event, and maybe not you because I'm talking to the male in the room.
But why
right?
can't you talk to me? Don't be sexist.
I'm not being sexist. Let me
So
finish
you
my
talking
story.
to both of us? Go on.
Okay, okay.
I'll be outside too.
Okay, young and May, I'm gonna ask this question, right? So a girl walks by, she got a thick ass out. The first
wait,
thing you
that's not
say,
for me, that's not for me.
exactly. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? You know? So what you say? Damn, shorty a stallion. That's what you say.
Nobody
girl.
says that in 2023.
I would.
What?
New
You
York
bugging.
City, no
I
one
wouldn't
says
say
no.
that.
Yes, they do.
No,
They
they
be like, yo,
don't.
shorty
No,
a-
they don't.
I
No,
wouldn't
they
said
don't.
that.
Then y'all must have seen no
Stop.
stallions out there. There's mad stallions.
I would have
You
said.
bugging.
Wow, she looked like
And this
she
man
squats
lived
a
on
lot.
Peter Street for a couple years right here. So
she looks like
do
she
not say
squats a
that.
lot. She looks like she squats
what
a
you
lot.
gonna say?
That's what I would say. She,
Oh, my
She
God.
gets working in the gym.
Oh,
That's what
my
I would have
God.
said.
I've never heard that.
I
Gray
am-
Graham.
New York City.
I am
Two
a res-
G's.
I
Yo,
am a-
Gray Graham.
I am
Chill
a
out.
respectful young man. I would
Okay, that's
never
fine.
said that to a young lady.
I didn't say that to a young lady. I said say that to your man. Like, yo, damn, shorty a stallion.
I never said that to anybody. I
You
wouldn't
never
say
heard that?
I'm not gonna say I never heard it. I just
Okay,
wouldn't
then
have
exactly.
said it.
So that's what men say. So that's two totally different
not
things.
Not a lot of men
Nah,
know.
this is a
'cause
little
I never
different.
heard that term. Not saying
You
I
know,
know
he's
it happened in the
he's
South.
a witty cat, man. He said it a certain way. People knew exactly how to pick up on it.
In
but
New York City, we don't
it
call
left
people stallions.
what it
That's
did
some
do
Southern
is
stuff.
it left him an exit out. Like, no, I'm not talking about her. Like everybody's like, yeah, all right, fam, whatever. We know that
There's no
word.
exit in this one. Said American slave.
No, I agree. It's distasteful. I understand.
Yeah,
And I can only
I didn't
understand
know
to a
there was
certain
like a
degree, you know?
USA Pride shirt that you have on right now.
Got
This is
nothing but
dope.
USA. It's a black pride
this
that I
is dope.
have.
It's black
American
pride.
slave. Most of the American slaves were
You did
either
that?
Indians
Is that what you just did?
or
Okay.
either Indians or
Yeah,
African
I know. All of a
Americans.
sudden, like he's standing up for something he believes in. This is like a
I
miracle.
like this. I like
It is,
this.
which
part.
Right?
is which
I like
is
this
my
part right
race,
here.
my
I like
human
this.
race. Yes.
I like this right
Oh my
here,
God,
man.
you got it.
Yeah, we should talk to Aubrey when he comes to
If I said,
back.
don't, God forbid, I say something bad about Bad Bunny, you gonna be flipping right here.
Absolutely.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So if he just said,
no,
if he
I'm
just
saying
said,
it's
yo,
valid.
your
I'm
Bunny
just-
is
I'm
bad, I slapped you, wish you had. What? You can't be dissing Bad Bunny? Oh my God.
No, my point is
Not
if you're-
Bad Bunny.
No,
Not bad money.
Bad Bunny.
That
no.
bad boonie.
Bad Bunny. No,
Bad
listen,
Bunny.
listen. No, that's not my point, because that's valid. I'm just saying, if you're going to hold him to that standard, you have to hold everyone
Across
to that
the
standard.
I agree, but you
Across the
still
board.
haven't said nobody besides
Across
Nicki
the board.
Minaj. You haven't said anyone who else who said
You
something.
know,
messing with your face
you
on
know it's
camera.
out there. It's just we gotta
that out.
look for the information.
Well, please look.
By the time we come back for the
Bruh.
next episode, we'll have
I
about
just did.
7
I
of
gave you
those.
Nicki Minaj with the
And I
Rosa
said that
Parks
was
lyric.
wrong.
Okay, so let's move on, because I gave you an example. What else do you
So you
want,
saying
my
so
blood?
since Nicki did it, so Drake could do it too?
It's a Young Money
No,
problem. That's
I'm
what
Yeah,
you're
that's
saying.
you saying it's a Young Money
It's
thing.
a Young Money problem.
That's what you saying?
Are you holding Lil Wayne
Listen,
responsible for this?
Both of y'all can get it
Oh,
today.
Or Birdman?
shit.
Pause.
Or
Damn.
Republic Universal Records?
Slim? Oh man,
I'm
this is
saying to
crazy.
hold everyone to the
How
same
Slim
standard.
catch a
That's it.
shot and Slim, you don't even see Slim no more. Yeah, man, son. This is crazy, man. You gonna have to talk to Slim. You gonna have to smooth it out.
It's
for her.
foul, God.
It's crazy.
It's
all
not.
good.
I just made my valid point.
I don't know how she did this.
Well, I don't know about Drake's album. I hope it's good. The first single to me, again, I felt it was distasteful. This particular single. Does he do that?
This what? What did you say?
Single.
What was the word you used?
I know, he's like in his, I was looking at he's in
What
his
you
talk
said?
show bag. All of a sudden, he's going to come back with a suit and tie the next episode. Like, well, I was just
said this
thinking, this is inappropriate.
This particular single.
Oh, okay, all right.
So I do think that it was, I'm like, I wasn't feeling it. Do Drake say things that's things that you don't feel or whatever? Of course. I think that as humans, sometimes we only react to things that affects us personally.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why. And if I had to give an example, a lot of times I'll see on TV and be like, yo, the Mexican kids is getting put in cages and stuff. And it's sad to say, it's like, dang, I feel it's fucked up, but I'm not running outside to Mexico and, protesting for it tomorrow.
First of all, you don't have to go to Mexico to protest, but I get what you're saying.
But I'm just giving an example.
Yeah, it's not gonna. You're not gonna feel the same. Yeah, of course.
So but if
Still don't have to go to
if Ray and Super Jums, get beat up by police, I might run outside and get
about
upset.
So if Benito was getting beat up by police, you wouldn't run outside? Is that what you're saying?
Well, that was Jum and Bonito and Macho and them niggas.
And you would run outside for them as well? Or you
Yeah.
would just sit there?
Because
and
we
look out the
together in
window?
that situation.
We all together.
Exactly.
We all
I was
together.
hoping you'd say that.
Yeah, we all together.
We are absolutely
Which is
all
crazy.
together.
I don't know if you saw that shit that went viral a couple of days ago with a guy, I guess 2 cops were trying to apprehend this cat, black dude, but they looked little compared to him, and they was holding his wrist, and then one cop just started punching him in his head. He's like, yo, fam, what are you doing? Like, why are you hitting me? Why are you hitting me? And then the other one just started trying to tee off, then tried to use his taser gun, and he's like holding his gun. Thankfully, this guy, I should say, this man did not punch either one of them. He probably would have ended both of them. The way he was just holding them off. And in that type of situation, I feel like a lot of people probably was like, this is fucked up. But I expected, in a sense, I saw that this is fucked up on social. I expected to see more people outside protesting that. And that just happened literally less than a week ago.
Nah, I ain't see that one.
Literally.
I think there's just a lot going on in the world, and when the protests were happening during the pandemic,
Everybody
right?
was
People were
outside.
outside because they
With their
had the
masks.
freedom to do that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like you weren't bogged down to your desk and your office. I think right now, people are worried about multiple things in life, right? Like the cost of living is really high. People are losing their jobs, especially there's a lot of layoffs going on. So I think, unfortunately, we're back to being super occupied with trying to survive in life, that we're not out there, protesting.
There was a lot of people also during that time, like, you had to get your energy out somehow because you were cooped up and you just felt like you got to be outside. Being around people, probably not the best situation because people were less than 6 feet apart,
Right.
but still a lot of people were out there together. That was their way of getting that energy off for a good cause. But I hope we fix that. I'm gonna show you that video. That shit is just crazy. Thank God again. Thank God.
This happened in New York?
Yeah. It might have been the Bronx. I wanna almost say it was over by like 138th. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, I don't think all police is bad. I just want to say that. There's a lot of police.
Yeah, you should be buying them coffee and stuff. We know.
I
don't
buy
think-
policemen coffee.
I do not think all police officers are bad, but I think all police officers should speak up when they do know that somebody is bad, because that's a reflection of them. That's like, let me give you this. Let me give you an example, and then you tell me what you want to say. Remember how we would be at parties, and you might have someone who's the MC for the night, not the DJ, the MC for the night, and they just keep talking or they fucking up the vibe. At the end of the night, they're not necessarily looking for the MC, they looking for you. Because they're like, yo, you fucked up the vibe. So that representation wasn't a good one. And you possibly could have handled that, but that's really on the promoter to say, yo, fam, stop talking so much.
So what do you say? What do you say to a police officer that's above me? So when I say that, meaning, okay, I can't really say too much because my rank ain't that high for me to have that powerful voice. Now the person with the powerful voice may be too high up that he doesn't know what's going on in the streets.
Well,
look, that's different. But I think if you're in that scenario in that moment, you should step in. Like I get that because they can feel pressure. It's kind of like their own. I don't want to say gang, but it's like their own clique.
So what do you say?
So I get that.
So what do you say? What do you say to a person?
They're the biggest gang in New York City.
But if you've seen someone get their ass whooped in front of your face, that's different.
What do you say to a group of girls, 5 girls that go out, and your girlfriend?
How do you look? How do you look?
Like stallions.
Two is good and 3 is stallions.
All
right?
right, cool.
All right. So now, at the end of this party, girlfriend number 2, said something crazy. Oh, we the baddest bitches in the club. Some other girls come and start trying to fight or whatever. And so, do you let that girl get jumped or do you jump in? So again, you jump in because that's the person you with. So again, the girl 2 was probably wrong because she's the one that started. We the baddest bitches, like you enticing someone. So again, you riding with your friend. So
that's different. That's different. That's a total. You can't even use those 2 examples in the same
okay,
sentence.
tell me.
Very
I'm listening.
different. We're talking about people that use their power and their hierarchy, and they use that and take advantage of people.
Okay, so
that's totally different.
This is
totally different. Also, trained professionals, ordinary civilians. Totally different situation.
Let me say this.
I'll tell you what Smalls used to tell me all the time.
Or supposed to be trained.
And Smalls is he is someone who provides security for a lot of the best promoters here in New York City. Smalls would say to me, and his name is Smalls. He is not a little cat, man. Pause, by the way. This guy is what? Smalls like what? 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, we said unlimited pause.
She didn't pay though, so I just want to make sure. I
she
cover,
didn't pay. You're right. You didn't
myself.
pay.
What I gotta pay?
$20.
What I would say is he would always say the same thing. Could Smalls have beat the shit out of everybody? Of course he said he could. He would always tell me, my job is to diffuse. My job is to calm down, and my job is to get everybody home safe. Versus creating fucking havoc and trying to just overpower people.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that got to do with what we, in this case we may. But what I'm saying to you, Bianca, is I don't think that's the bigger problem. The bigger problem to me could be because you're saying trained professionals or different things like that.
Situation,
it's impossible. It's impossible to train someone through hypothetical scenarios.
Well,
so
that goes back to neighborhood policing. I don't. This subject, don't get me fired up. Because at the end of the day, that's the problem. Is that they're taking all these people that have no idea how to even interact with people
they come from
of
Riverdale.
that community.
Yeah.
I agree. That's what I was going to say. I agree.
But people from the community
they come
would
from
want to probably
affluent neighborhoods like Riverdale.
Okay, so I agree with you.
But and also no, because I already know what you're gonna come back with. I already know. Nobody in the community steps up and wants to be a police officer. That's not what I was going to say.
No,
but before you do,
that's not what I was going to say.
If they saw more positive examples of police officers, then maybe they would be like, okay, that could be.
So let me say this to you, right?
Career.
I agree with you. This is the first time we're going to agree. During the pandemic, before our mayor Eric Adams became the mayor, he
party promoter Adams. I'm just joking.
Out everywhere.
I know that's your boy.
We outside.
He is my guy.
Yo, talk about wait, real quick.
Matter of fact, I can get us tickets.
At the Drake concert, who do I see? Eric Adams. Yo, Rizzy, what up?
So yeah, that's his man too. So anyway, right,
so when he's back in town, tell him to get me a ticket.
So I agree with you because I said it was a whole bunch of club owners at this table, and he was talking. I'm going to be your new mayor. What could I do? And the rest of them was like, yo, Can we get the liquor license after 4? Can we do? All of them said that. I was the one that said, I need you to hire police that's from the community, because in my experience, every time I talk to a police officer, they could be in Queens. Say, where you from? I'm from Nyack. Or
Yep.
somebody from the Bronx. Where you from? I'm from Yonkers. I'm from New Jersey. Like no one is never from that neighborhood.
East Hampton.
And
Right.
the weird thing to me is you don't know the culture of that neighborhood.
Absolutely.
You don't know that, primarily Dominicans uptown like to smoke hookah on the corner. That might be illegal in some cases. You
You gotta
understand?
know a little more than that as far as even interacting. You know what I mean?
Of,
Like
of
that.
course, because interacting is cultural.
And don't be scared if someone does, like, that doesn't mean that they're going to beat you up. Like, if they move a certain way, like, that's just the way they're talking. Like, there's a lot that goes into that.
Well, if you're talking with your hands, put your hands down.
You have nerve. The whole episode, he's going like this.
Yeah,
like
fair.
Steve Harvey. He's
Yeah,
like
but
this
you
the
also
whole
can't be
episode.
dumb.
He like this.
Yo, fam, put your hands down.
No,
guys.
you put your hands down.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what they do. All right, hold on.
Yeah, hold on,
Put
mother.
your hands
Somebody
down.
take their coat
No.
off.
Now, that's
what you taking your coat off for, fam?
That's different.
You know
There's
what I'm
certain
saying?
mannerisms that we know, like, people don't mean harm, like, regardless of the fact.
You take your coat off, or
Coat off is different.
or you
we
take your
already know
earrings
how they
off.
giving it up. The coat is
People
coming
start
off.
talking and doing this shit. Oh, it's about to get
That's
busy.
that's different.
That's a fact.
That's totally different.
That's a fact.
But
That's
I
a fact.
agree. We do agree on that. Okay.
Can't even, can you guys take note that Bianca and DJ Self agreed
And there's a
on
handshake. Wow.
October 3rd? Yeah,
see?
and a handshake?
You see
Yes,
what
I do
happens when
agree
I'm around?
that
I'm
in,
home,
in
baby.
New York City, we do need
I'm home,
policemen
baby.
that's from the neighborhood.
I'm home, all right? Cousin
Now, the
Rizzy is
answer to
here.
that, I don't know.
Cousin
I
Rizzy
can't
is
tell you
here
the
in
answer.
apartment 5H. You see what I just brokered right here?
Yeah, he did.
Understanding.
Yeah, he did.
Understanding, son. We good now.
Yeah, he did.
We good. This is
Voice
a
of
deep
reason.
topic. We could talk about this all day.
Yes, we
What I
can.
do want to talk about, which I usually don't talk about, is Chrisean Rock and Blueface.
So I don't know their story, man. I don't know nothing about
How don't
them.
you know? That shit is on the timeline.
Yeah, but I kind of like
24/7.
skipped that because I thought it was like some television stuff, like
I
you
don't
know.
All right.
know. I don't
I'm with you
know.
on that.
So that's why I have
with you
no
on
clue
that.
nothing about this.
I'm with you on
I
that
don't
with,
know if
you
it's
know,
a stunt.
All I know
made
something
for
happened.
TV.
Only thing I paid attention to was like he had a kid and then he was in
Baby
the club.
hernias are on Twitter.
And then another one was like she had the
That's when shit started taking a left. Well, actually, when she got pregnant, to me, I was like, all right, this is going to, whatever was kind of like fun or toxicity, like people like seeing trains crash all the time, so they get the guilty pleasure from watching these two go at it, right? Once I found out she was pregnant, I was like, oh shit, this is going to be a little bit different. Like he's done something recently where he put a picture up of their son who is suffering from a hernia, but he showed that his son's private part.
But supposedly he was hacked.
And supposedly he was hacked, all right? Allegedly he was hacked, supposedly, all that stuff. Because
How old is his son?
His son is a baby.
Okay.
Like
Like 3 weeks.
less than 2 months old. And what happened is he came, I think he was on Twitter the next day like, hey guys, I'm back. My Twitter was hacked. Everybody's doing the same thing, like, no doubt.
Sure.
No doubt, fam. But it's a lot, man. Like from Chrisean Rock posting her baby, like I'm very much one of those people, like I don't think anybody should see your child until a certain age. To me, that age is probably like 3-4 years old. That's me, that's not them. They're in this space, right?
What's your reasoning for that?
Because I don't want anybody to know the identity of my children. I don't want anybody
Because
to use the identity of
I
my
knew
children.
you was a gram kid. You saving what's it from the world from the
Oh,
you saving
Adonis?
the
He
kid.
trying to say
Definitely.
Yeah, I knew it.
Definitely
I was
saving.
hiding the
Definitely.
I was hiding you from the
Definitely.
world. I was hiding the world from
But
you.
my friends,
Okay.
my friends,
Oh my God.
my friends were there at my baby shower. You were at my baby
God.
shower. Were you not at my baby
was,
shower?
100%.
Yeah, exactly. But the world don't need to know that. Like I'm not trying to have people use my child's face on their fucking screensaver.
But why would they do that though?
Because people are crazy. I'm not trying to have that. But that's me. I'm talking about their situation is an odd one. I don't quite understand. It's one of the reasons why I would tune this shit out. But it's like they keep on like it almost feels like it's made for TV. Like everything seems like it's for TV for me with them. But it's like, yo, how can we one up it just a little bit more?
I'll give
And
you
it
one
keeps
better.
doing that shit. And it's to the point where I'm like, somebody gonna end up in jail. And it came close. This is something different, but it came close because people were calling for both of them to have law enforcement come because of that picture that allegedly was put up by Blueface. That's number one. We found out Blueface, there was a shooting, something that happened at a strip club. I think that was out in Vegas. He has a suspended sentence right now of 24 months, right? But if he gets seen with a firearm, the judge was like, yo,
You can do 5 years.
I'm putting you in jail for a good amount of time. So it's like Kid Icarus, you know what I'm saying? Like he's flying very close to the sun. Is he going to get burned? And I don't know how much longer either one of them.
Do you know who Kid Icarus is? No, you don't. That's all right.
Well, it's really Icarus. It's not Kid Icarus.
Yeah, but I understand.
Yeah.
You don't know what Icarus is. It's okay.
It's like, yo, how much
So
can you do
one big
this?
word and you think you somebody.
Well,
like,
Icarus
stop.
was a,
Actually,
Stop.
Greek figure.
that's not a big word.
Look at Steve. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't say that. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Shut up.
Oh man. Steve was like,
Really?
oh, no.
All the stuff that you mispronounced.
No,
It's
he
like,
doesn't.
Stop. Coming
Icarus
from someone that
is
says
a
looked
Greek-
it, you say looked it and liked it and you getting on me? Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Yes. Okay.
Pull out
Icarus is a
receipts.
big word. All right,
Pulling
let's
out
go back to
receipts,
that.
man.
All right, it looked it nice.
Receipts. But it's just one of those things like, yo, how much can you do before you jam yourself up? That goes for Chrisean Rock as well. And then at the end of the day, it's always about, I just always think about what my grandmother would say when there would be a situation between two adults, mainly the parents. Those kids didn't ask to be here. You just need to make sure you do the best for them so they're in the best environment that they can be in. And you gotta wonder, man, like didn't Blueface recently have like some situation where people were on him because allegedly he was shooting a video and I think there were strippers in there and his son.
His son was there. Mm-hmm.
His son was there.
The 1 year old?
No, I think his son is probably like 6, 7 years old or something like that. This is the one he
That'd
has.
be a dope dad.
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro.
Please,
Okay.
I don't want to get canceled for this guy.
I don't know about
We're
that
gonna-
one, bro.
How about the baby the baby has their own Instagram account.
That's another thing. I didn't agree with
The
that.
baby was following Chrisean, and the only other person besides the mom that the baby was following was Lil Baby.
Wow.
Didn't they have some issues with Little Baby too, right?
They unfollowed Lil Baby recently, but that was the only two people that the baby was following.
So is that maybe that's why Lil Baby was like, all right, look, enough is enough. All right, enough is enough.
What's the Little Baby story? I don't know that story.
I want to say this is more. Is this more than a year ago? Maybe definitely before she was pregnant. I don't know if it was a fight or something, but they had saw each other in the same space, and Lil Baby was, talking with her in the sense of like,
He
yo,
was just chill,
you
and
got
people
it,
misconstrued
you got
it.
your thing, you'll keep on going. Blueface wasn't around. Blueface was, I guess, after this came out, like, yo,
Blueface was blue facing.
where I guess people were kind of gassing it, like, yo, you might have been trying to, holler or something like that. I don't believe that was the case, but kind of Blueface, whether he took the bait or used the bait to go ahead and propel this narrative, it definitely got out there where it was like, yo, are you trying to fuck my bitch? Wait, what's going on here? It kind of got to like a little chippy, nothing crazy, but then just recently, Blueface was just like, Lil Baby was just, I'm about to say Babyface. Lil Baby was pretty much just like, yo, all right, usually I laugh at this trolling shit, maybe with the baby following him.
That shit was
But he's like, all right,
hilarious.
enough is enough. I don't have nothing to fucking do with this. I met this woman one time. I don't know nothing of what y'all talking about. And of course, Blueface chimed in and was like, yo, he curved her, kind of bled her or whatever. But it's just one of those, it's like they just keep finding ways to one up the last thing that had people shaking their head.
I mean, I think they might be better than Kris Jenner. I'm gonna be honest. They need to stop wasting their talent on these antics and open up a whole production company.
But I mean,
Like,
what do they
they-
have with Zeus right now? That's somebody else's situation, right? The Zeus Network.
Well, they have their own show on the Zeus.
On
Network.
Zeus Network. Which, by the way, I've seen an interview when they came through. They was like, yo, you want to interview? I was like, no, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's going to be a lot to it.
It's gonna be a lot.
And I think Superstar J did that interview, by the way. And when they came through, it was like 30 people between Blueface, Chrisean. There was like family members, I want to say cousins. You seen little nieces, nephews and stuff. The production crew, security. I was kind of surprised to see all that in our building because we usually get yelled at if I just want to have y'all two come through. Yo, it's too many people, it's too many people.
It's probably production. They were probably filming for the
But they
show.
were filming for
Yep.
it.
He
Right.
said they were filming for the show.
They were filming. They were filming for it. But it's like, I don't know if that's their own situation on there, but whatever they got, they should be getting paid off of that, man.
I mean, they are.
They are,
clearly.
but when I say should, they be like, yo, they should be getting paid because they definitely putting it all out there. Damn, what is this?
Well,
Branson.
I'm pretty sure it's the pizza. You had pepperoni, and that's the indigestion from the pepperoni.
Ah, yeah, and cheese.
Because there's no swine on our mind.
Cheese too, man. You
Until
know,
this
Branson,
guy
baby.
comes around.
the black man, you know, and cheese, you know, lactose.
So what's about this Jack Harlow? And I didn't hear this neither.
You ain't hear this?
Oh, there was a you heard the
That
snippet?
this wasn't in your email? That wasn't in your survival?
I ain't got no Yeezy in my
Whose
survival.
song? I forgot whose song it was.
It was off of Ye. It was off
was
of
off
it
of
was
Ye.
it was a leaked song off of Jesus is King too.
And
Yes.
somebody dissing
And
somebody?
this is how he was talking
no,
on
he
there.
didn't diss. It was a little sus. Well, we know
All right,
Jack
hold on. I'm
Harlow.
gonna look it up. You set it up. Hold
Which
on.
I love Jack Harlow, by the way. I love him. He's a nice guy.
Jack, what up, family?
Love Jack Harlow. But I feel like you knew what you were doing with this too. He had a little sus line in there. He said something.
Hold on. I'm
gonna get it?
I'm gonna bring it.
He said something about.
I was about to say something. I'm not gonna say that.
Are you gonna say the
You know,
line?
I was about to say I'm gonna pause this real quick. I was like, I'm gonna get it up. I'm gonna bring it up, but I'm not. That was definitely the wrong thing to say
I
in
mean-
this particular situation. Oh my. Oh wait, but maybe this was a Donda 2 leak. They're saying Donda
Nah.
2 or Jesus is King 2. I forget. But
Hold on, I had it.
hold on. All right. So he says,
Got it?
I bet Lil Nas X will fuck me if I let him.
Why would he say that?
So that's
But this is the day and the
about.
time that we're in, right? Yo, it gets the algorithm going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like people are talking about it. Gets
And he's
the-
already known for saying such shit.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's said such shit plenty
it's
of
not
times.
the first time he said such shit in that big single that they had together.
Plenty of times.
Yeah. But
I don't see anything wrong with it. I think that he said it, and I don't see anything.
this is I almost want to say it's an androgynous time with a lot of kids. Like they don't see shit the way we used
You
to
know what
see it.
androgynous is?
It's like it's
Just making
almost
sure.
like like
Icarus was.
unisex.
That's why you thought that was a big word. That's all.
Yo, I don't understand why you firing shots at me today.
No,
I thought we were
no, I
finally
just-
getting along.
I wasn't firing shots. I was trying to help you.
No, you're not.
You
helping.
think I'm firing shots when actually I'm shooting for you.
Please don't. Pause. Please don't. Please do not shoot for me, okay?
For you.
Please do not shoot for
Oh
me.
my gosh. Wow.
Thank you, no thank you.
Wow. But
Thank you,
yeah,
no thank you.
I just think like when people get like riled up at this type of shit, this is what they want.
It's just hilarious. It's hilarious.
So kids, they're just like, oh shit, whatever. You know, some kids are like, yo, that's wow, pause. But then they just laugh about it and they keep it moving.
But that is wild.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy right there.
a
But
different
it's not even a released song. It's a leaked song. But now Jack's name is in something. He hasn't released any music in months. He has a tour that he's doing. The Home at Home tour. I forget what it's called, but he's about to do that out there in Kentucky. But outside of that, and White Man Can't Jump, the reboot, Jack hasn't really done anything. This shit just got him popping now. His name is out there again.
And he's
and
Lil
Lil Nas
himself.
X.
He don't care.
Yeah.
He's laughing at this.
Like,
He laughs
whatever.
at himself. He's laughing at this. Did y'all watch the reboot of White Man Can't Jump? I still haven't watched it.
I did. I
No, I
saw
didn't
it.
see it.
I saw it.
What's the consensus?
I thought it was cool for what it was. I don't think
So
it was
it's not
better
that
than the
good.
beginning. I don't think it was better
When
than the
someone
first
says
one.
it's cool, that means
Well,
you have an opinion, Esther? Did you watch it? I feel like you would.
did you see it? You didn't see it?
Oh.
Did you see the movie? Did you see the movie? No? All right. So here's the deal. Like,
I saw House Party too.
what'd you think about that?
I thought it was good.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I think they kind of rewrote some things in that, though.
Yeah, I
It
thought it
didn't
was really
follow the exact script, and neither did this one. It didn't follow the exact script. But I also think, like, Jack isn't a trained actor like that. Like, this is, he's doing this now. Sinqua Walls was in it. He was cool at playing the role that Wesley Snipes played in the original one. Vince Staples, my man Vince Staples, I love Vince Staples.
He's funny.
He was in it. I thought it was cool for what it was. I don't think it was better than the first one with Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson.
Of course.
Right? Because that right there, that's culturally
It
a
is
classic.
Yeah.
Right? But I thought this one was cool. And
What
I thought
about
it,
Equalizer? 3.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that one.
I want to see that.
That's
There's
what
a
done.
3. There was a 2.
Yeah, it was a 2. Denzel
Oh, it's
Washington.
a black movie.
Stop, because don't do that.
There was a
'cause I
Spanish kid that
watched-
he did save a Spanish kid, and Equalizer 2.
First of
He
all,
did.
that doesn't matter
security
to me.
guard.
Like,
The security
I don't
guard.
have to have a
Hispanic.
Latino in a movie to
Security
watch
guard.
it. I've watched plenty
Security guard
of
was kinda big,
white
too.
movies, black
Latino
movies.
How would
like,
you know that was a part two?
Because I saw part 1, and it was good, but I didn't know there was a part 2.
It had to be a part 2 for it to be a part 3.
Well, I was confused because I didn't hear a part 2. Obviously,
Part
They're not
2
gonna
probably
stick-
was better than part 1.
Yeah, it was kind of good.
Then I will
That's when he
watch
saved
it.
the Spanish kid.
I don't
Did-
care about his
And the
saving
white
a
girl.
Spanish. I don't care. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie. I don't care.
He lit them Russians up too, man.
Yeah, he
Saved the
did.
Spanish kid. He definitely
Pete
did.
Sanchez starred in it too.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up. There's no Pete Sanchez, stupid.
I'm telling you, it's a guy named Pete Sanchez. He's
up.
a revolutionary.
Pete Sanchez is watching this right now.
Yeah,
like,
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google.
Pete, I
He's
know
not
I am.
Googleable. You got to go and
He's
duck,
not
duck, go.
Googleable. Shut up.
You on the wrong thing. You on the.
It says that this person's a jeweler.
Pete
And
is-
or sells artwork.
It might be both of them.
Maybe that's his secret identity.
So you're gonna co-sign this?
No, I'm just saying, maybe, you know,
Pete
anything can happen.
Sanchez.
Anything can happen, man. Anything. I'm just saying.
Anyway.
It is
Well,
what
I
it
want
is.
to go to the club.
Of course you do. You live there.
What clubs are good now? I haven't been to the club in a while, man. I'm more of like a MoMA type of cat. I go to art installations and shit.
Sorry to hear
People
that.
doing certain things.
I go to the Shake
But
Booty Club.
I remember when clubs...
No, museums are nice
I
too.
remember when
I
clubs...
went to the MoMA not so long ago.
I remember when clubs used to be open. Now, it's kind of different. Like, New York City's kind of shut down a lot of clubs. So what clubs are popping right now?
No, it's not true. There's a lot
That
of
is
clubs
true.
open.
I'm not talking about lounges. I'm talking about
No,
clubs,
it's
dog.
clubs.
Harbor is a big one.
Harbor is a very big club. Harbor, they got Harbor right underneath the Stanford Room.
Okay.
Musica.
There's a guy
I've been to
Deuce.
Stanford Room. Okay.
Well, Harbor and Stanford Room kind of like the same thing,
Same
just
thing.
on a different.
Different name.
Yeah.
That's how you get more money.
Is it
Smart.
Musica?
Owner is smart.
Musica, right?
Yeah, that's music. That was what was the name of that club back in the days? You've been there.
What's that?
Space used to be called Space.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, to you it's Musica. We know that song.
I know because y'all are old.
Yeah, we
Oh,
is.
shit. Is that ageism? Yeah. Are you,
It is
that
because y'all are getting on
Ageism.
me.
That's
Ageism.
ageism?
Yep,
Yeah,
I am.
That is ageism.
We have fought very hard for the 50th anniversary of hip hop to knock and block that out, man. And you're up here talking about ageism?
Fine. I'm
can't do that.
sorry.
I think you should apologize.
I literally just apologized.
Again.
No. You
I'm
got.
sorry,
You have to
again.
apologize to all the rappers and all the forefathers
No, I
and
don't because
foremothers.
I love the older rappers.
Oh, you love
and
the
I give
older
them-
rappers?
I
Why
do.
can't they just be
Like who?
rappers?
A Boogie?
Why can't they just be rappers? Why they got to be older rappers?
Yeah.
We're not having this conversation.
Jesus
on the camera,
Christ.
okay?
You
I
named
can't.
3 special ed songs.
This is crazy.
First of all,
son.
no. Shut up.
Who's that OG?
What?
You know the Bulldogs?
First of all,
You know the
First of all,
Bulldogs?
listen, and they are very attractive still. Like Big Daddy Kane, still a daddy.
Name 3 Big Daddy Kane records.
I can't. I was 7. Not even like 4.
So what that mean?
I was too young. I didn't know anything.
You named 3 Tina Turner records or Whitney Houston records?
Yes.
Exactly. You wasn't
yeah.
born when they was out.
Whitney Houston was like super duper mainstream though. Like, come on.
So you saying Kane wasn't?
Not in those days.
Okay.
Well, I heard
But now-
Kane Madonna, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
He was the first rapper to smash.
Madonna liked rappers.
Yeah, she do.
Tupac, Big Daddy Kane.
That was only 2. So if you dealt with 2 things,
I'm pretty sure there's plenty that we don't. Sorry, not shaming. I'm just saying there's probably
You
plenty of
You
other.
Dang.
already shamed us. You already fucking talked about us like we're
Yo.
1 foot in the grave, man.
No, I
You, oh,
didn't.
y'all are old.
you did. That's ageism. I feel offended.
Okay, fine. I apologize twice.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, my heart, man. My heart and my mind. I don't know what to do.
To Rizzy, not to you.
I kind
I'm
of
sorry, Rizzy.
accept that. We'll see.
But aren't you younger than Self?
We'll see. Let's change the subject.
We'll see.
Let's see. All right, so this is one thing I do want to talk about because we kind of talked about Kanye West a little bit earlier with this song with Nicki Minaj and Ty Dolla $ign, which has a video, and none of them are technically in the video, in my opinion. Maybe Nicki Minaj.
I think they all in the video.
I gotta
Go
watch
ahead.
the video
No,
again.
they're
There was a lot of makeup and a lot of like fluorescent light going on, but the
What's
fact.
sexy?
So we saw that there was these video clips from, I guess there was a documentary that they were filming maybe during the pandemic, maybe a little bit earlier, where he spoke about some people who were very close to him, but not in the most positive light. He was talking about Pusha T and Tiana Taylor, how he shouldn't have gave them certain music. He was like, yo, that would have been dark, what is it, My Dark Twisted Fantasy? That's what it's called, album. He's like, it was that level. I could have had more of those, but I gave music to them. He said Nas was rapping off beat on that project he did with Nas, and then Nas went ahead and didn't even give him the respect to let him know that he was filming a video for the song that he produced for that was on his label. He also was talking about Cardi B. Said that Cardi B was a plant. And the only reason why she has received the blessings, which he said ain't no blessings, she was placed there by Illuminati. I think that's what he was saying, by Illuminati.
To take over Nicki Minaj's
to
spot.
replace Nicki Minaj. So when I hear all this and I'm looking at it, I'm saying to myself, we all know that Kanye West has gone through a lot of mental hurdles and challenges, right? So how do people receive this? Do you receive it in a sense, if you were Pusha T, someone who's been very close, and if I had to say, so he has protected Ye in a couple of different ways and bust shots for Ye lyrically to protect the honor of good music, right? He also said he needed to get off good music because good is the enemy of great, and he's great. He was saying he went on a tangent about
Pusha
a lot
has
of different
went
things.
far, like he really
Above
ride or
and
die.
beyond.
Yeah, absolutely.
Above and beyond.
Absolutely.
Not only
Absolutely.
reference-wise in the studio to help him with certain music,
Absolutely.
but also publicly in the music that he's put out
Stood by him.
to go ahead and retain the honor for good music. But if, I think I've wondered and I've asked this question to people, how would you have received that and how would you have approached it with Ye, knowing that there's a chance that he may have said all this when he was going through an episode? So, if you were, and everybody else, they kind of in the same stratosphere, in the same world.
Well, can't somebody have like freedom of speech?
When we're talking about Pusha
I don't think
T,
it has anything to do with freedom of speech.
and we're talking about Tiana
because
Taylor,
this
those
stuff
two are very close
was said
to him.
in
I think
private.
he was just having a bad. Listen, he was just having a bad day. Everyone knows that Ye goes off the rails sometimes, and I think that everyone has their day. You don't have your days where you be like, "Fuck this person," and fuck. But I mean, you don't say it on camera. But yeah, I think first of all, he's okay. You mentioned mental illness. I don't think
the
it's
camera.
100%
He knew the camera was there.
Well, this is Ye, right?
He knew the camera was there, and
But he didn't get. But he's the type that he doesn't give a fuck in that moment.
There's two different videos. There's a video where he's looking through whatever the Table magazine is. It's where he was talking about, I believe, Cardi saying that she was an industry plant. And then there's a time when he was on the photo shoot, and he's just going off. He went off on a photographer. She was like, "I need you to do something like Elvis." He's like, "Elvis?" And then he went off on her, but then he went on and said even more stuff with Pusha T, with Tiana Taylor.
Well, Elvis was the hero the most, but he never meant shit.
Elvis?
To me, straight right up. Racist.
Elvis, the one
sucker
that
was
married a
sickle and
16-year-old
plain.
when he was a grown
Motherfuck
man?
him and
Who
John
verses
Wayne.
that? Who verses that? Who verses that? That
I
he's
don't know. I
saying.
was talking over him, so I didn't know.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Elvis was a hero to most, but he never meant shit to me.
Never meant shit to me.
Racist, the sucker was simple and plain. Motherfuck him and John Wayne.
You know who that is?
No, sirs. Teach me. Teach me, sirs. Teach me.
Steve, you know who that
That's
is?
what they want, right?
Get that man a fucking
Yeah,
cotton
but he's
candy.
white. You know white people, they overstudy. You know what I mean? Like, no, they do. They overstudy the genre so that way he can have a moment like that, but like, that was chunky. But I'll give you credit for it.
Track number 3. It was produced by the Bomb Squad.
We know they over-prepared.
Hank Shockley, he did that.
Like, but not to take away from you.
Salute, Steve.
Great job.
Salute, my brother. Salute.
Look, I just think Ye had a bad day. He's the type of person, he's unpredictable. Some days he's cool, some days he's flying off the rails. He literally did that song with Cardi B probably shortly after that clip, right? Even though it came out, Hot Shit came out in 2021, was it? I think it was or 2022.
I think it might have been 2022.
These years blur together. But point is that, but he obviously did the song with her after that.
But then what he said is like he believed in her since the beginning. See, there's certain things that I'm just like, yo, fam, you didn't have to have a challenge, and I know you didn't fucking believe. I'll keep it 100% funky with you, all right? Between this man and the homie Shav. I remember when they told me about Cardi, and I said, here we go. He might be able to tell you exactly what I said, but I was like, here we go. But because it's you and it's him, what do you need from me to help whatever your vision is to get out there?
I knew she was going to pop. The minute I saw a fucking mixtape, I said, she's out of here.
I might have been.
No one believed me.
I was before the mixtape. That was the thing.
Well, what was it, when she was just on Instagram?
This is when
Because my little sister put me onto her. My little sister was like, oh, this is so-and-so. And I started following her. Once I heard she was going to be on Love and Hip Hop, I was like, it's fucking over.
But the thing is, it's like
was after that.
the vision for people, like even if for fucking Kanye, for him to say something like, yo, I knew it from the beginning, it's like, that's why I'm like, I don't know what's live and what's Memorex with you.
The one thing I will say, in some, especially with her, I don't think nobody really understood. The people beginnings is different. So like you saying, her beginning is, yo, I saw it with a mixtape.
No, my beginning was before even Love and Hip Hop. I was following her on Instagram. I'm just saying, once she dropped the mixtape, I said, oh, she's trying to be a rapper for real.
Where's all this Latin aggression from? What's going on? Hold up.
No, because I have to talk loud because he talks loud.
Shit. I didn't talk loud at all.
Nobody was saying anything.
First of all, why does the alcohol... No. This is ridiculous. The alcohol mellows you guys out. And I'm not used to that, so I'm blazing guns because I'm so used to having to blaze guns.
All I'm saying to you is I'm just saying
that... When is he so mellow? No.
Clutch is pearl.
No. You can cut your pearls if you want because the last interview we did, he was a monster. Okay. Wow. Everyone in the comments, no, he was a monster. Everyone in the comments like, why does he interrupt? And now he's so mellow. We're gonna get you drunk more often when we do interviews. Look how domicile he is. He just, go ahead.
That's fine.
I feel like I have to talk to you like this now. Go ahead, Self.
Man.
That's fine.
What are you gonna say?
You got yours off?
I did.
Okay. Now, I'm just saying that I think
safe?
that the beginning.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Secure. Yeah, hold on. You
Yeah,
sure?
I'm all right.
Okay. All right.
So I think that everybody's beginning is just different. Some people beginning, like he's saying, I could attest that he was around from the beginning. So some people beginning could be, I'm from around her way, or when she was a dancer, or when she got on television. Everybody's beginnings are different.
Yeah, true.
You understand what I'm saying? So again, I think similar to what you're saying, like, I could also attest that,
he got his nails done, so he's like this the whole time. He want to be like,
well, actually my nails been done for like a year now.
So what I'm trying to tell y'all is,
so anyway, my nails been
right. He never did this much finger action. Pause.
Been getting my nails done.
Hey.
I said pause. You can't say nothing.
This is true, but damn. Man.
Go on.
Well, anyway, again, I just think,
wow.
I just think that everybody's, beginnings is just different. And he's been around, like, I guess, before the rapping part. So I guess that's what he's saying. His beginning, Kanye West's beginning may be when I first saw her on television. Whereas there's a history before television. And naturally, it had to be a process to get on TV. So everybody's beginning is different. I do remember going to Power and with her music, a couple of first records. I think it was Let's Get This Shmoney. I don't know if you remember that song.
I feel like I do.
You don't. That's okay. It was a house record. That's why I know you didn't know.
Don't.
Exactly. Our first couple of records were house music.
Was it house or freestyle?
Or freestyle, something like that. House freestyle.
No, they're two different genres. Get
it was a
right.
combination.
Oh,
I said.
All right.
It was a combination. Right. I'm sorry, Lisa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get it right, because
my
she
bad,
went cold jam
love.
on you real quick.
Real quick.
Wonder if I take you home. I apologize. Right. Anyway.
Get it right.
So I just think that. I remember everyone was like, yo, get this shit up out of here. Prominent people that felt like, oh, I believed in her now was not jacking it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So now most people, I'm using my station as Power. Most of them, I believed in her from the beginning. You did not.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But their beginnings and maybe his beginning might be too different. Naturally I've known this man for a minute, so I know he's known a lot of things that I've done even before me being on television, and then my journey of doing television, so y'all two beginnings is just different.
What's your point?
Because you said you've been there from the beginning. He said, nah, I'm talking about before.
Oh, okay.
You said the beginning when her first mixtape, and he was like, nah, we talking about the beginning.
No, I didn't say the mixtape. I said when she dropped the mix.
Her first mixtape.
Because you don't listen. You make me sick. You don't listen.
She didn't say her first mixtape?
I'm flustered. I don't remember. I'm scared.
And you drank that whole drink already?
I'm scared.
You said, I remember, I knew from her first
you're
mixtape.
misconstruing my words, and I just want to move on because I already know how this goes. And y'all are saying I'm aggressive, so I'm trying to be like,
we
just
need to
just
get
move
like
on.
some 8-ounce or 10-ounce boxing.
Yeah, too much sugar or something that you had today, guys.
I had espresso.
Yeah,
I bet.
Yeah. We need some.
The Bustelo.
We need some. But what was it? I was just thinking about something though. When I did believe, I will say this, when I did believe is when she went on these like personal tours. I don't know, 10, 15 cities or something. And I started to see people coming out. And this was before any like big budget behind it or anything like that. She was just going into these certain local markets, and it was her. It was like, it almost felt like, and I say this in a respectful way, it almost felt like a circus kind of environment because there was so many different types of entertaining acts that was on this tour. It was her musically, it was a comedian, it was something else that was going on. And then I remember seeing, like, I'm one of those people, like, I can go to a concert, I know what's on stage, I want to see the reaction from the crowd. Some nights she had big crowds, some nights there were small crowds, but even the small crowds knew that music word for word. And it was music I had never heard in my life. And I was like, damn.
I don't know if you remember these times. It's like he said, a 15-city tour. It was just her. And again, you know, I could attest. So again, you know, some out of 15 cities, maybe 5 were like jam packed, and then the other 10 is like, you know, very small or whatever like that. No, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying that this what he's saying, like in the beginning.
That's the beginning.
You know, yes, and I remember
SOBs, maybe even before SOBs beginning.
Did we ever do something in SOBs? I don't remember. I think
no.
it was Stage 48 we did. That was like a
Definitely wasn't no SOB.
that's Stage 48 is a little bit bigger than SOBs, but that one was packed. I think this was like the beginning of Fetty Wap or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think SOBs. Stage 48 sound right because of the
Yeah, it was Stage 48. I remember.
relationship.
I think Fetty Wap came out or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fetty Wap too, man.
Yeah, man, hold your head.
I just got his
brother.
information to send him some stuff. Someone send him some stuff.
Let me know that, man,
Nice
because
of
I
you.
want to send him some stuff as well. It's a good dude
I'll shoot
right
that
there.
over to you guys if you want.
I'll share my Fetty Wap stories next episode when Cousin Riz come back to apartment 5H. You know what I'm saying?
You have to.
Yeah, I got my key.
Well, can I go to the club?
My
I want to
key.
go to the club.
My key got made. You want what club we going to?
I don't know. I'm gonna pick one. Something that got strippers.
I'm with it, but what do these strippers
I
look
didn't
like,
invite
man?
you. I said I wanted to go. I didn't
Yeah,
say.
you could go, but I'd be, what the fuck? I'm in apartment 5H,
The strippers that
man.
we have at Air Max?
Yeah, who the fuck gets invited to the apartment?
I never been to a
I'm at
strip
your
club
house. You
that
gonna
had
just
Air
leave
Really?
and go?
You've never been to a strip? Okay.
What? What do you
And
say?
the girls have Air Max. Air
Yeah,
Maxes
girls,
on the
they
front?
stripping in the Air Max now, which is fine. I don't judge. I
They
like
do
sneakers
that?
too. I'm a
Nah, I
sneakerhead.
ain't never seen
Yes,
that. Where
I've
was
never
this
seen that
at?
before.
Yeah.
I think it was Atlantis. I think it might have been Atlantis.
I've
I mean,
never
but they were
seen
cute
this.
because they had a neon green like outfit with the OG Air Max. I mean,
I wouldn't do that.
Nah, I never seen this.
But
Maybe they were bartenders and you
I
can't
wouldn't
see
wanna
their feet.
that. Yeah, I
And
wouldn't.
they
I
just
mean,
happen to
the
jump.
feet were in
Bartenders
the
I
air,
can
but
understand,
okay.
but not strippers. I don't.
Yeah, I've
The
never
feet
seen
were in
that.
the air. Okay.
The feet were in the air.
Sound like you hating, girl.
No, I'm not. I
see
like
they
those Air Max.
hating. They
Excuse me, no.
rolling.
I'm a sneakerhead. What are you
Well, that's not
95?
talking
Air
about?
Maxes though.
You said 95?
Ride
Air
and
Max
dirty.
95s?
I see you hating.
I'm not hating. What do I have to hate for?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know about strip clubs nowadays. Do the ladies really dance now in strip clubs? Like dance, like I mean really give a show.
Ooh, I know what type of guy you are.
I wanna, yo, but let me say
You
this.
don't want just twerking. You gotta
Let
do
me
something
see.
like.
You gotta do something crazy, cause I remember
Ew.
this. I forget what year it was. I was in Miami and
You
we
gotta do something crazy.
did we go to King of Diamonds? And I remember I forgot who took us there. I went there and
Get him another drink.
this lady, she went in the pole pause. The pole had to be like 90 feet. And she went all the way to the top of that shit. And I was like, oh shit, hold on. Hold on. And I just started throwing. And believe me, I am the cheapest guy in a strip club. I won't even look up. I'll look at the bar the whole time because you ain't gonna catch
You
me.
are so stupid.
Right? You won't catch me, man.
No eye contact.
I've had ladies come over like, I saw you watching me, you gotta pay me, right? So I don't even look at people. But for that, I was like, yo, you gotta do something amazing to get some money
That's
from me.
hilarious. He said I make no eye contact.
I make no eye contact, man.
That's hilarious.
I mean, it usually sometimes, I think the last time I might have been in a strip club, it may have been with Self. Shout out to Marv.
Of course it was.
I was like,
Well, I think the strip clubs in New York, I think what happened is I think girls are dancing for money, not being a dancer and getting money. So I think that's the difference in New York. I think that it's become popular culture. So now it's just like, hey, I'm gonna just be a dancer because this is an easy way to get money.
okay, I'm not gonna say the best strip clubs overall, but the best experience that I've had with strip clubs were in Atlanta, and it was because of the culture. When I
Yes.
had lived in Atlanta, I wasn't a guy that went to strip clubs before I went there. By the time I left Atlanta, I felt like I knew what I needed to know to have a good time in a strip club, because everybody
You
would
had
go
training in Atlanta. Basically.
Right, I
Got you.
definitely
Strip
got
club
my training
Strip
in
club
Atlanta.
Okay.
And I remember I was on a flight one time, and this is years later, but I was sitting next to a young lady. She was right there at the window seat. Unfortunately, I don't know how I got booked in the middle seat. I wanted to flip on the fucking booker, but I was in the middle seat. But thankfully, the
You
person
was in
I was
coach?
yeah,
you was,
business.
okay.
I was in business, so it wasn't like I
Not
was
really
like
business
this.
in middle seat though. There's no middle seat business. Though.
In business, not in first class. There's no middle seat.
In business too, they really have the two.
Well, the seat I was on, you know.
So what? Let me finish the story.
No, just because
It's kinda
sometimes if you're a
judgy,
coach,
son.
it's a little bit
Anyway.
You're
different.
being a little judgy right now.
He's
man.
very
Yes, I
judgy.
am.
What the hell's going
I
on?
saw Michael Blackson when
I
you
remember the
when you-
Gallant, my nigga. Like what?
I
what-
did have a Gallant.
What's up, son?
I did.
Like, why
First
you?
of
My
all,
first car was a
what's up
Gallant,
with that, dog?
Mitsubishi
You
Gallant.
you look like the type to have a
I did.
Mitsubishi
When it
Galant.
rained inside the car too.
Yeah, son. Like, what the fuck
I
is
did.
going on? How you going? We gonna talk about this later. Anyway, the person I was next to was Gigi McGuire,
Okay.
who is like royalty when it comes to the strip clubs, dancing scene in
And
Atlanta.
coach.
We were in a
Stop.
good section of the plane. All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's leave it.
They
right
were on
there.
a plane.
But we had a
basically.
great
That's it.
conversation when it came to just strip culture, and I wish more people I feel like strip culture, sometimes people just see a little bit of it and they think they could do it automatically, and there's a science, there's just this.
When you was on the plane, that was when you was coming back to New York from being one of the guys that from New York to move to the South and then say, oh, I want to move back to New York.
Yeah.
That was that time.
A lot of us do that. I moved to the South and moved back to New
Yeah,
York.
it's time
Yeah,
for me
no.
to come back.
Yeah, no.
I just need a
Sucks
little
for you
time out of
guys.
New York
No,
City.
it doesn't. I had a great time in the
just need a
South. I'm
little
glad I
time.
moved
And
to
that's
the
why
South.
you left and came back home.
Well, no, but
Sucked
so
for
what?
you guys.
It's an experience. I
was
had
good
never
for, like, the
lived out of
first
New
month.
York
Sucked for you.
City.
Great place to visit.
Yeah, it was a good place to visit.
I wouldn't want to live here.
No, but it was still a good experience for me.
I knew I was ready to come back like maybe after month 5, 6. And I only did like 11 months, 2 days, 2 weeks and a couple of days
You
there.
did 11. Okay, I did 13 months.
Yeah, see, so
did
it's
13
time.
months.
But for New
I
Yorkers,
moved back
you know, especially in New York City, we got like this metronome in our mind and our heart, man. And it just wasn't time for me to settle down and just let it go.
Same thing for me.
You know,
Yeah.
not to say that there's not hustlers down in Atlanta, because obviously they are,
Absolutely.
but it's just a different type of pace that we have.
No, but
So
I,
it's
welcome
time for me
back.
to come back home. Yeah, I've been home for a while though.
Well, I want to go to the club, man. I'm out, man.
You out?
Yeah, I'm out of here, man.
So what's in the refrigerator before we leave, son?
I don't know, God.
you don't got nothing.
Yeah, just
We ate
cold
everything that
pizza,
he
man.
had.